I love the process of creating. I think my artwork is the only place that actually lets me kind of wander and explore. I don't have any rules or laws, like everything else disappears. And your mind is just clear. There's no interrupting thoughts. There's no worrying about anything. It's just you're totally in the moment. And I crave that feeling. Adobe asked me to recreate a drawing I did as a child using their new app, Fresco. I picked this one because it most represents the work I do today. I'm Yellena James, and I'm an artist illustrator living in Portland, Oregon. I was born in Sarajevo, Bosnia, and we used to go to the beach every summer to the Adriatic coast. I loved going there. It was my favorite place, still is my favorite place in the world. There's some beautiful colors in tide pools. The color is so intense underwater. I'm definitely inspired by nature and underwater life. It's this whole new world that we don't get to see much. I was always doing something creative when I was a kid. The drawing from my childhood was a drawing I did probably when I was 9 or 10. I made a fish as well as the corals and the jellyfish, and then I cut it out and pasted it into a drawing. My artwork today is definitely more precise and more defined, but I think it still has a bit of a playful element to it. I start with one element and then build upon it, and it's very meditative. With Fresco, it was really interesting for me because it was basically using all these tools that I use for my drawings. So I love working with watercolor washes and then developing a line work on top of it. You can adjust the amount of water or paint you use, and you can adjust transparency and the thickness and everything. It's not that easy to adjust it when you're doing a real life painting. This is this tool that every artist dreams of. It's like somebody would give you not just one medium, but like access to an art store and you can do whatever you want. When I paint, I think a lot where I'm gonna put each element. I can't really make a lot of mistakes. If I make a mistake in a painting, it shows. But with this, there's just so much more freedom where I don't have to be afraid of make a mistake. I have the undo button. I can kind of explore further. I can kind of push myself. When I get to work, I do a lot of prepping. Like I put my paints out, I select my tools. But this is nice. It feels like I can take my whole studio wherever I go. I'm very specific about my line work. I can zoom in a lot so I can get smaller details and finer lines. I love overlapping layers and getting depth in my work. I made the final drawing with a bunch of layers. When I was a kid, when I would draw, I wasn't thinking about anything in particular. It was just pure love of creating. And I think I got that feeling back here. Just free. There's no expectations. There's no pressure. It's just enjoying the creative freedom and the process. And I think that's the best feeling in the world.